Sawubona Mzansi, and welcome to this evening's MIH Live. So we're gonna get up to some more Minesweeper stuff today. What we are going to do is, there's a few things. I'll open up my to-do list, and there's a few things that I wrote down that I would like us to work on when working on Minesweeper. So some of that is more look and feel things, but also a little bit more functionality on our side. So that's what we're going to do. Sawubona. Sawubona Iki over on YouTube. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. I hope things are looking good that side. So yes, we're gonna get up to Minesweeper, some more Minesweeper stuff, and just make sure that the game is working as expected, as we wanted to. So what we did, so I'll break it down for everyone. So what we did was we found an article online explaining what. I hope my audio is fine. Let me know in the chat how's my audio. But what we did is we found an article online explaining that we are able to create Minesweeper inside Flutter. So Flutter is our front-end framework that we are using. And Sawubona Iki, Sawubona. And so we found that article and we reviewed that article, but it seemed a little bit difficult. The way they were explaining things and laying things down made it a little bit hard for us to understand. So what we did is we took that same article and passed it over through to Gemini, Google's AI, and we said, please review this article and give us an easy to follow step guide. And with that, it gave us the code that we did need. So we did migrate that code into MIH, but not the code directly, right? So just the main things that are required in order to set the game up. We hooked that up. And then we started making the game our own. So we got it working inside MIH as just as the AI gave it to us. But I wasn't happy with the colors. The colors weren't the MIH colors. The look and feel, it wasn't really our look and feel. Like we have our own specific button that we are utilizing throughout the application. So I wanted to use that. And like I said, the colors. And then also there was only one game option, which was an easy game option. And you had to manually, or the grid size was hard coded inside MIH. So what we had to do is change the look and feel, black mode, nice to see you here, change the look and feel of everything to make sure that everything is looking as we want it to look. Let me see if there's any flares out there for TikTok. No flares this evening, no flares, no flares. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just waiting for my MIH server to be up and running. But in the meantime, we can flip over. So you can see, you'll see it in the background over there. And then I'll switch over on TikTok also. And you should be able to see. Let's see what you're looking at. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me know if that's fine. I think this is as close as I can get it to the screen for the people on YouTube. So if we have a look, let me try and increase things over here to make it easy for us to read. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. So if we have a look at the Minesweeper, so this is our in progress and in testing part of MIH. And this one over here is our Minesweeper game. So with our Minesweeper game, we've already created our new MIH package. So remember, packages are things that live inside the MIH app and that do live inside the MIH app. So let's have a look. So before we continue with Minesweeper, MIH is the first super app of Mzansi, and the new tradition of our live is to go through our about MIH package and see how many new users and businesses are there inside MIH. So at the moment there are, and it looked like we grew from yesterday's live, there are currently 976 users and 45 businesses loaded to the MIH app. Thank you so much everyone for downloading MIH and creating your MIH account. We appreciate you, we appreciate you. So yes, this is the MIH app, many different features, and what we are going to be working on is the Minesweeper feature. So the Minesweeper feature is over here. So this is what we did. Sorry, I wanted to show you Canva over here. That's what I wanted to show you, Canva. So let's see if we can open up Canva quickly. And if I can find our technology stack, because that's what I want to demonstrate for you today. Couldn't load your content, don't worry, it's safe. Okay, it should be somewhere over here. Yeah, our technology stack. So this is going to be a perfect thing for us to look at. So you can see this is our technology stack. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is, you see we did create a new package for our Minesweeper game, our new MIH package. If we minimize this, what an MIH package looks like is something like this, where, oh, it's hard for you to see on TikTok, but it has an action button in the top corner. It has a, let's see if we can zoom in. Yeah, it has an action button, the tool title, because there's multiple different tools. Ernest, nice to see you here this evening, and a package tool. So there's multiple different tools, and then the tool body and a menu button, optional menu button. So that's what we do have. And if we head back over to our lists and stuff, yeah, so we created the package. We created our new icon. I'll show you that when things are up and running. You can see in the background it is working. We've created the actual game itself. So that was migrating the game or setting up the game as per Gemini's instruction, as per Gemini's instructions. That's what we got up to. Let me minimize this so I can see the chat. Sawubona, everyone. Nice to see you here this evening. I see the chat is up and running over here. Perfect. So yeah, we created the game. So that was after asking Gemini how to set things up, or for like a tutorial. We then asked it for the step-by-step instruction. That's what it came to us, and then we migrated that over to the MIH app. Everything was working fine as the AI laid it out for us. But like I mentioned, the look and feel wasn't correct on our side, so we have to change that up a little bit. Have the MIH flair to it. Even though people complain about the UI of MIH, it is our own flair to the system itself. So we are going to hook that up. So we did do some things like that. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, we did do some of that, and it seemed to be fine. But there's still more things that need to be done. Like, we need to create a start game window. I think based on yesterday's live, I think immediately after the live, so let me tell you what was happening at the end of yesterday's live. What we did was we managed to set up our start game window, but that crashed the app. That crashed the package, not the app, the package. There were some errors over there that we had to fix. And then it was already late during the live, so we couldn't continue working on it, even though I really wanted to. But we said we'll do that today. However, I thought of the solution already, or almost immediately after the live, and then the next day in the morning, I just played around with it. And like after 2 seconds, everything was sorted with that. So I'll demonstrate that when things are up and running. Then we also need to create a difficulty selection. So we want medium, or easy, normal, and hard modes for the game itself. Then I also want to create a timer and add a timer to the top of the screen. The timer is going to be there for later on when we are setting up like a leaderboard and things like that for the game itself. Then we have push our data to a table so that we can have a leaderboard, right? And then bigger bomb count. So our current bombs look a little bit, let's see. Okay, it looks like it's up and running now. So our current count is a little bit, yeah, there's it over here. Our current count is a little bit small. Oh my word, why is it not working? Oh my word. Sometimes it happens, What's up? What are you using to stay so organized on what tasks? So I've used many tools out there. So when I was in the corporate world, so sorry, who is this? King of Kings, shout out. Thank you so much for joining us. So King of Kings is asking us the question, what do we use to keep so organized with our projects and our different things that we are working on? So the thing that I use, so when I was in the corporate environment, what I used Jira, and I was still getting into, I'm sure developers out there know what Jira is all about. So we're still trying to get things up and running with, or trying to learn what Jira is all about. And Jira is a paid for tool. And I looked for some free alternatives out there. But what I really wanted was something that I can change on my computer, and then on my phone also use it and update things over there. So I didn't want to be restricted to a computer or like a website only. I wanted it to have like a proper application for it and cross-platform stuff. So I decided, and I'm not good at task, but I organized task in a specific way. So if we have, so I use Google Tasks, right? So I'll show you what everything looks like on our side, how to stay organized. So we have our backlog, right? The backlog is all ideas, whatever idea I think of, and whatever ideas you give me, I place that in our backlog. So the backlog is when we finish with our current work and we're looking for new work to do, we go to our backlog, right? So that's what the backlog is all about. Then we have our bug list. So this is any bugs that are brought to our attention by our own testers or by the people of Mzansi. They'll let us know, like, no, something XYZ is wrong. So our bug list is there to make sure that we fix them. The next we have is our book of work. So the things that we currently should be working on now for the next release of MIH. That's what we have over here. Then we have the in progress section. So in progress is what we're currently working on right now. We're developing for it. Then we have a waiting for production, and then obviously app production. So that's how we stay organized with using Google Tasks. We make different, I think they call buckets or something along those lines. But that's what we are using for our task management. I guess that's what we can call it. What everyone else using out there? I know this is not the best tool. There was something that Google recommended to me, but it wasn't so amazing, if I'm being honest. It wasn't so amazing. So sorry, there's one more thing that I want to do. Come here. Our audio, our desktop audio for the people over on thing when we speak into Mzansi AI and stuff. So okay, it's removed it. I wonder why. I must check why this thing happened. So what was happening when we're setting up the MIH server right now, right? So it's up and running. So it was very quick because we didn't change anything inside the app. But if I come here and do test, yeah, now we're up and running. And cool, we have a demonstration of our privacy policy and terms of service, which I think will give us an error. Yeah, an error occurred. Okay, we must fix that bug also, but cool, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'll have to fix that. I forgot to align our databases. But yes, here's the Minesweeper game. So you can see here's our new start winner. And if you look in the background, let's close this. And you can read the message. So we say, welcome to MIH Minesweeper, the first game of MIH. And then press this thingy, the menu button, to start a new game. So we can do that. Press the menu button, start game. Then our game window will appear. And over here, it should tell us, it's a little bit bad on TikTok, my bad. Please feel free to head over to YouTube and Twitch if you want to see our full screen properly. And we do have a mobile experience. If you like using your phone to watch things, we do have a mobile experience over on YouTube also. But here's our drop-down menu button. This drop-down menu button has the easy, it's easy, normal, and hard. So we can select any of these ones and then start the game. But this has nothing that is currently doing on our side. It's not doing anything, this thing. So when we click start, nothing will change. But this is what it looks like at the moment. And we can click. This is the first time I'm testing it on the Chrome browser. I normally develop with the Android emulator, but I'm testing it out over here, and it's looking good so far. I know the colors aren't looking good on TikTok. My apologies. But what we want to do is, there's numbers over here, right? These numbers, I firstly want to make them bold. Secondly, I want to make them a little bit thingy. And also we have the mode that you're on here at the top right-hand corner, and the number of mines in this game, and things like that. And we can click and hold over bombs, and if we click on a bomb, we have our window. Better luck next time. Remember, all of these things are going to be changed and made to look a little bit better. But let's say new game, and let's start clicking randomly so that we can have a few squares open in order to test things out. I think this is fine. So cool, the first thing that we're going to have to do is I want to increase the size of our numbers of how many bombs are there. So we can go into our packages, we can go into Minesweeper package, we can go into the Minesweeper game. Cool. And then over here it should be Minesweeper game GD. So yeah, it should be over here. Let's see. So it's not show new game. This is this one over here. We can close our logs also. Yeah. So initialize board. And then I think it needs to be over here. Sorry. I think it's under components and then it's under mine tile. That's it. So this is where we're doing it. Yeah, over here. So you can see the get mine tile content. So this is the number, the actual number that we're looking at. Thank you so much, everyone, for the likes. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Let me know if you have any questions out there. So if it has a bomb, yeah, this one over here, number of bombs around, and we need to put a font size over here. So O size, font size, and then we'll put a huge number in first just to see what it looks like something like 20. We'll put that, we'll save it, then we'll head back over to our MIH, start a new game, yeah. Ooh, it's looking nice, 20. Maybe we can even go bigger than that. Let's make it bold, because it is already bold. Let's see what other kind of bolds there are. So I'm going to change inside word. Sorry, let me increase this for the people on TikTok. Yeah. Perfect. So what we're doing over here, so we're adding a font size. Or we're changing it from this to bold. Is there an even bigger bold? Now we'll keep it as bold and we'll make this like 25. See what 25 looks like. I see someone just reposted. We appreciate you. Ernest. Shout out for the repost. We appreciate you. Let's see. If the size just doesn't change, that means our button layouts are kicking in. So we'll start a new game. Okay, it is increasing in size. And I think this is better than... Oh, and there's a bomb. Better than I was expecting. Nice. I wish you could see on TikTok. Let me bring it closer for you quickly. So this is what it's looking like. You can see the colors over there also. You can see the numbers have increased also. And yeah, I can only put it over here for you now. But cool, so we've increased the numbers. How many bombs are over there. That's cool. Then we'll also start a new game. So we'll start a new game or reset the game and then change the setting. I want to see if it changes in the top right hand corner. So you can see where it says easy over there. What we are going to do is change that. Or when we select a different mode, it should change and even put a different color there. So you can see at the moment it's green. So if I click on start now it has normal with orange. And if I start a new game, then and I change it to hard, it should say normal. Or it should say hard and red. Perfect. So that's working now also. But what we need to do is inside this window, when someone changes the settings, so let's say they change from hard to easy, it should tell them how many bombs there are, how many rows, how many columns, and how many bombs there should be. And that's for us to determine, right? So let us know. Our current default setting for easy is, let's go see. Sorry, I'm just opening up my provider. Perfect. So you can see it's hard-coded at the moment to default to 10 rows, 10 columns, and 15 bombs. So maybe for easy it's going to be this. If you select hard, it's going to be 15, 15, 20. I don't know if that 15, 15, 20. I don't know if that adds up or not. We'll have to do some maths. Let's open up the calculator. We'll have to do a little bit of maths on our side to see. So this is 10 by 10, so there's 100, is it? So there should be 100 squares over here. So if I make it 15 by 15, oops. Sorry, that message is going to keep popping up now because we have an error. But let's go to our calculator. In our calculator, we're going to say, so it's 10 times 10, our current easy mode. And that's 100 squares on our map. So if I make it 15% of those squares, because it's currently 15 divided by 100. So 15 divided by 100 equals, 15 divided by 100 equals 2. So it's 15%, right? 15% of our squares or bombs. So if we change this to 15 times 15, which means we're going to have a bigger grid now, it's going to be 225, and then if I times that by 0.15 equals, so 34. So there should be 34 bombs in that one. We need to write this down. Where can I'll put it over here. Let's go to our game. Let's go to our window, which should be at the top. And we'll add some settings over here. We'll add some comments over here for ourselves. So escape O. And then, so easy is 100 or 10 times 10 and 15 bombs. And 15 bombs. And then if we yank this, yank it and paste it, WCW, this is going to be normal. Maybe I'm going to keep it 10 for now, and then 10 times 15, and then let's calculate the bombs. So I'm going to keep it of length, of number of columns as 10. So this is columns, rows, bombs. Okay. We want our calculator. Yeah. So we're going to say 10 times 15 equals that, times 0.15 equals 22. Okay, let's say 23 bombs, right? So 23 bombs. 23 bombs if you're on normal mode, and then yank paste, and then on hard mode, CW, hard, it'll be 10 times 15, I think, or 10 times 20. So that'll be 200, and then 15% of 200. And go back to our calculator, clear. So it's 200 times 0.15 equals to 30. So we need 30 bombs over there. So this is our settings that we are working on. So we are working on MIH, the first super app of Mzansi. Let me know if you have any questions. And these are our settings. So we need to display this somehow over here based on the information that is selected. So okay, let's see what we can do. Start game. So there needs to be something in between this, like text somewhere. Where can we steal some text from? I will steal this text over here. Copy. So yank. And then I'll paste it over here. O, paste. Escape, paste. And then there's something that I should copy from here. Yank, paste, and then instead of it being 25, I'm going to change this to 10, I think. So CW10, save. So now we should change this. So this should be like a function or something, right? This function is just going to be get mode settings, maybe. Get mode display, get mode config, I don't know. Get mode config for now. I'm just thinking of a function name that we can use, and it should return a string. Okay, let's do that up here. So O. So we're gonna say string get, what did we say it? Get mode config, nice. And we should just be able to say over here, so I learned the switch stuff today, so we can say switch, and then inside the switch is the thing that we're looking for. So it should be mode controller.text, and then we need some curly brackets, and now we put the cases in. This is a far superior thing to use instead of using, what's it saying? Okay, instead of using if statements. So this is a much easier thing to do. So let's say if it's easy you do this, and then tab. Then we should return some string, right? That's what we should do. And we'll just yank one down, and then we'll just start pasting. Oh, yank one down, and then we'll just paste it above, then ww, change inside word. We're gonna make this normal, and then hard. Perfect. Now we can put in the different parameters that we need. So we should be able to use our things over here. Yeah, these ones. So insert, we're gonna say columns, columns is 10. I should have no, it's okay. Columns is 10 \n, and then rows is 15, and then \n. Yeah, what am I doing? What nonsense am I doing here? Delete \n, and then we can say bombs is no, it's 10 10 15 10 10 15. Yeah, so we can yank this one over here and then paste it here, delete this one, and then this one rows changes to back CW 15 rows. And then how many bombs? 23 bombs. Should we say 23, 24? What are you guys thinking? Is it a strange number? Let's keep it 23 because it is like 15% of it. And then back. Oh, let's paste. $20. And that'll be 30, we said, right? Yeah, 30. X insert O. And we're gonna have to have a default also. Oh, default return, this is the blank, let me say error. Perfect. So now let's see what it looks like in our game now. So it hot reloaded. Let's go back to our Minesweeper game. Oh, accept. So it's there, but I think we are using incorrect colors. We are using incorrect colors over here. I'm almost positive. Yeah, we're using primary when we should be using secondary color. So we're going to change inside word to secondary color. Perfect. Let us know if there's any questions out there. You're 5%. Yes, let's check it out now. So yeah, perfect. It shows, but we can add more filtering and things over here just to show what it looks like. We can show just what it looks like. Brenty B, nice to see you here this evening. Shout out. I saw your DJing performance. Quite amazing. So it looks like, I think, so my phone is about to die right now because I don't have a thing to charge it into right now. So I think I'm gonna cut the live a little bit short this evening, I think. And I think we'll cut it a little bit short this evening. And on Monday, so the next time we'll go live again is on Monday, and that's when we're going to work on the leaderboard and things like that. And then MIH, the Minesweeper, should be up and running and ready to go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the MIH live this evening. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, all those nice things. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, or YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Make sure to follow us on any of those platforms. And Yeah, like, share, follow, subscribe, all those nice things. If you want to become a premium member of Mzansi, if you like MIH, firstly, please feel free to download MIH right now on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. All you have to do to find us is search MIH or MIH app, and we should appear at the top of the list. If you'd like to become a premium member of Mzansi, how you can do this is you can you can subscribe to us on TikTok and on Patreon. Those are the two options. On TikTok, head over to our profile, follow us first, make sure to follow us, then click on the subscribe button. There you can subscribe. It's a monthly fee, and then you can become a premium member, or you can click on the About MIH package inside the MIH app and click on the Support Our Journey button. That'll take you through to. You seem tired today. No, no, no. Different setup, different setup. My bad, my bad, my bad. And I don't want to be too noisy also. My bad. So yeah, if you'd like to. Sorry, I'm thinking now. Yes, yes, yes. You can click on the follow or support our journey button on the About MIH package, and over there is where you can. It'll navigate you over to our Patreon. You can support us over there also. Cool. So I'm gonna continue working on this. Provider is almost, I want to say like 60% complete. So probably by the end of next week, version 1.2.2 of MIH will be ready. Then we can start testing things like this, the games and all of those kind of things. And yeah, then maybe about a week of testing, then we can release it to everyone. Then everyone can start playing Minesweeper, and we can see who the masters are of Minesweeper because of the leaderboards and all of those kind of things. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the live this evening. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And let's keep working hard, Mzansi.